Welcome to Axel Hodges Sleigh Ground, a massive 40-acre facility in the hills of Southern California. It plays host to X Games 2022 as we get set to kick off Moto X Best Trick. Hello everyone and welcome inside the booth. I'm Jimmy Coleman alongside Blake Bilko Williams. We've got Victoria Arlen in the field, and before we get into competition, we're going to talk about your defending gold medalist Rob Adelberg, who's already added a freestyle gold medal earlier today to his trophy case.
Rob is ready to go. He's been on a tear since 2018 Minneapolis. He's podiumed in every single freestyle event, freestyle and best trick since then. So he's definitely coming out swinging. He's got a solid trick for his first run that puts him in good medal contention. If that's not got him in the top spot, he's going to send something big. I guess in the 110 ramp, but just sit back and wait and see how that pans out.
Well, as we mentioned before, he's already tasted freestyle gold earlier today. One familiar face that we're not going to see in the lineup, Jackson Strong. He had an unfortunate crash earlier today in freestyle. He had to withdraw from this competition.
Yeah, Jacko went down hard earlier in the freestyle comp, hurt his ankle a little bit, and just did some warm-up jumps before and unfortunately pulled out. But I know it must be really sore for Jacko to pull out because, you know, 2016, he crashed in the quarter pipe best trick comp, was airlifted to hospital with a suspected ruptured artery in his neck, and actually caught a ride with the helicopter back to the venue, jumped on his bike, and won best trick gold in with a front flip there. So he's no stranger to riding sore, so it must be really bad for him to pull out.
Well, here we go. We have 5 riders in the lineup here for this event. Taka Higashino, who was in our freestyle event earlier today, he now steps into the mix. They're basically using the entire freestyle course. You have your option. There's 13 different features out there. You have your option of choosing which one you're going to hit for your best trick here. As Taka gets us started off.
Heading for the 120 ramp, 110 ramp with a rock solid flip there. Just keeping it smooth and safe within his grasp. I know Tucker's coming into this event just to have some fun. He obviously knows the trick he's got. If everyone lands, it's not going to be up there on the podium, but hey, you never know what's going to happen. Best tricks say roll the dice sometimes.
Hey, you know what? You roll into this thing this morning, you think you're riding one event, and then you come out here and all of a sudden you're now stepping into best trick. So he puts it down here in this opening round. It's 2 attempts per rider out here, and it's the better of the 2 attempts that counts.
See that slow-mo there, just grabbing the seat, fully letting go, full commitment there from Taka. That's an insane trick. That trick's hard upright.
Taka is going to set the bar there with an 85.33. Not a bad way to start it off, considering you didn't think you were going to be riding best trick until about an hour ago.
I've got a sneaky suspicion that he may have thought he was riding because he's wearing different gear to earlier. So he bought 2 outfits for the day.
So we turn it over to Julian Van Stippen, who had a big morning as well. He took home best whip gold earlier today, and that makes him the first Belgian athlete to ever take a gold medal at the X Games.
That's special. Huge KOD Indy flip off the 110-foot ramp. That was full commitment. You can see from the moment he's pretty much taken off from the ramp, he's basically looking forward towards the landing as he just steps off the bike and throws it over his head. Full commitment, especially off the longer ramp. He's had a good showing here, Verstappen.
Yeah, we saw him at X Games Chiba in Best Whip where he netted a bronze medal, and then he was in freestyle this morning and then follows up his freestyle performance with a Best Whip gold. So not a bad way to start off your X Games career as we take another look.
See, his legs were pretty much, his lower body was coming off the rear of the motorcycle as he left the ramp. It gets him so far back there. And you see the sheer body weight that puts the pressure on those flip levers, we call them, to get him back to the bike. Actually slows the rotation down, pretty much stops it, almost rotates the bike backwards, gets his body back on, feet on the pegs, perfect landing.
So he is going to get an 83.66, so that is not going to be enough to best Taka Higashino. So that'll slide him into that number 2 position for now. But again, 2 attempts out here today, and it is the best run that counts. We're down to 5 athletes here, and it's pretty simple. I mean, you've got 13 different features out here on the freestyle course to choose from, and you get out there and throw down your best move to try to impress the judges, and hopefully that puts you on the Moto X Best Trick podium here at Axel Hodges Sleigh Ground.
Yeah, plenty of ramp options out there, but you're going to see a lot of the guys basically pick the 75 or the 120 ramp, 110, sorry.
So here comes Luke Ackerman, who was on the podium in freestyle earlier today. He walked out of here with a silver medal this morning.
I just forgot the super kicker, sorry. For some double flip combos, Ackerman's going to be the first one to do that. He's got the flip levers up.
Well, he's competed in Best Trick twice. His best finish was 5th, and that was here last year at this very compound.
Knack, double flip. Nice, smooth, solid double flip there. Knack was okay, just getting the foot over the seat. Solid effort there from Luke.
Just another day in the office for that guy.
Yeah, as you can see there, the bike spins so fast with the double, it's so hard to get those combos off because anything you do disrupts the rotation of the bike. And obviously, you know, the last thing you want to do is slow that thing down because not landing on your wheels is not fun. See there, just a little tentative on the knack. Quick little leg sweep, if you'd call it that, but landing smoothly. See what the judges think of that.
So at 85.33 is the high mark to beat as of right now. So he's going to end up with an 84.66, so that is not going to be enough to overtake Taka. So that'll slide Luke Ackerman in that number 2 spot.
Yeah, as I said, a little tentative on the knack there.
Josh Sheehan also on the podium in freestyle earlier today. He walked out of here with a bronze medal. He too can easily throw those double backflips as well as some combos of that trick.
Yeah, Sheeny, the Donnybrook Destroyer, he's out there. He's having a good time. Single, looking to mingle. Let's see what he's got here for Best Trick. Pretty conservative. He's been riding within his limits all weekend, so don't think we expect to see anything too crazy right now, but when I say crazy, that's in freestyle motocross terms of people that do it every day.
Well, he owns 5 total Best Trick medals. He's got 1 silver and 4 bronze.
Big extension on the no-hander that time. Held it a lot longer than he did in his freestyle run. Awesome there. Good job, Sheeny. Check that out on the slow-mo. Commits really early to the no-hander. Hasn't even finished the first flip yet. Grabs back on. Now, the reason they do that trick so early is so they can grab back on and assess how fast they're actually rotating. And if they're going a little slow, they need to tuck in and hold that thing on the limiter to get the second spin to, second flip to spin a little faster. But solid trick there from Josh.
Knocking on the door of the 90s, he's going to get an 89 flat, which is going to put him in the top spot as we get set to bring in our defending gold medalist. But before we see his first attempt, let's hear a little bit more about his preparation and the mindset that goes into coming to X Games.
Yeah, defending the gold from Best Trick last year, I just come in with the same thought process, you know, like on any given day, anything can happen, anyone can bring something new. So it's the same thing. I come with the plan, I'll stick to my plan. I believe I can defend it, but I'm sure there's other people who think they can take it. So I'm confident, I'm feeling good, and we'll just see how it plays out.
Works out for him quite well coming into this weekend. He had 13 total medals. Now he's got 14. Before we get to his first attempt, let's check in with Victoria.
Guys, he's got a lot to be confident about. He won freestyle earlier with back-to-back front flips. He has 14 medals. He could tie the Aussie record if he medaled today. He's also medaled in 5 of his last 6 Best Trick appearances.
So what is Mr. Adelberg going to bring to the party here in round number 1, Bilko?
They were some solid stats that you spoke of. 5 out of 6 of the last Best Trick. Comes in there for the straight air, off the setup jump, clicks third. Will he go for it? There it is. 110-foot front flip. I think he threw the legs off there a little bit.
Wanting to throw a variation into the end of that one right there?
Maybe he's just trying to warm up and fill it out for his second run. You know, if we think back to freestyle, his first attempt was the first time he ever done it off the 110-foot ramp, and it was a little sketchy. He went a little long, so...
that is an understatement. He went way long and ended up riding that one out. The bars hit him in the chest, and he hung on for the ride on that one.
So he's obviously thinking about a combo there, so I think that was just enough to give him the confidence that, hey, I can flip the 110 smooth and land in the right spot. And I think if he needs to do it, he'll be throwing a bigger combo than a no-footer off the next in his second run.
That came late right there. That was a very late afterthought for Rob.
I think he's just trying to make sure that thing's coming around. But again, that sheer height of the 110-foot ramp, that's commitment to the fullest.
So we are into the 90s here in Moto X Best Trick. He gets a 94.33, and that will put him in the top spot here. Well, we've completed round 1 out of 2 here. It is best run that counts. It's still up for grabs, but the story right now, it is your defending gold medalist sitting in the top spot. Will he claim gold yet again? We'll find out when we come back to X Games 2022. Welcome back, everyone, to the sleigh ground here. X Games 2022 and the second and final round of Moto X Best Trick. 5 riders in the mix here, 2 runs each. It's the best run that counts. And as we talked about at the top of the show, it's your defending gold medalist, Rob Adelberg. He now sits in that top spot at the end of round 1 with a 94.33, followed by Josh Sheehan and Taka Higashino, looking at a bronze medal for right now. But again, one more round of runs still to go here, Bilko.
Yeah, obviously everyone's got one more shot at this, and Adelberg's got a pretty healthy lead right now, but see what Taka's got in the mix. He's out there having fun, checking the wind.
You know, coming into this day, he didn't realize he was even going to be in Best Trick, and now he finds himself looking at a potential medal right here, taking that first setup jump. What's he got here in attempt number 2?
Double grab, Indy, look back there. I think he was going for the look back a little bit. But yeah, then again, those grab tricks are so hard off the 110. You've got so much forward momentum in those. It's really hard to get off the back of the motorcycle and hang down. But Taka being Taka, he manages to get it done. That was solid.
He does own a silver and a bronze when it comes to Moto X Best Trick.
See here, reaching back with the left hand first, gets that grab, back with the throttle hand. Fully extends, bit of an Indian air there. It's crazy, if you pause that right before when he goes from the grabs to the bars, he's fully floating above that motorcycle.
Yeah, for his last Best Trick podium, you got to go all the way back to 2012 X Games in LA. So he's going to stick with that first run score, looking at a potential bronze medal as of right now. We talked about it earlier, first X Games gold medal for any Belgian athlete all across the board. Julian Van Stippen won that earlier today in Best Whip.
Off the 110-footer, huge KOD India flip again. A little bigger than his first run.
Yeah, sitting in that number 5 spot there. He's a full point behind Luke Ackerman right there, but what a day he has had out here.
Seems to be very comfortable off the 110 foot. After seeing that whip earlier, now just there, steps straight off the back of the motorcycle. He's already looking down from the beginning of the flip. Huge Indian air. See the bike stops, actually starts to spin the other way for a second. Once his body weight gets back around, that thing speeds right up. Check out the bike right now, stops, and kind of rotates the other way. Bang, weight on the pegs, comes around, smooth landing. It's good to see.
See if that'll bump up the score at all. He had an 83.66 that first time around. And that is not going to be an improvement for him. But again, I mean, you know, 2 X Games appearances. He's already got 2 medals, both of those in whip, but, you know, showing his prowess here, his freestyle as well as Best Trick. Luke Ackerman sits 1 spot outside of the top 3 here with that 84.66 right now.
Looks like he's heading back over to the super kicker there. He's got the levers up. I think we're going to see, similar to the first run, he might just try and get that knack a little better.
Yeah, just clean that up just a little bit. I mean, he's knocking on the door, catching up to Taka right there. Rob Adelberg still sitting in that top spot, followed by Josh Sheehan.
Yeah, much better on the knack there from Ackerman. Got the leg fully over the seat. He's happy with it.
He's trying to add another medal to the count here today. He's got a freestyle silver from this morning.
He's pumped with that. We're going to check that on the replay, but you can clearly tell he got the knack a lot bigger. Once again, as I said, the guy's doing their double flip combos pretty much on the first flip only, so they got enough time to assess the rotation. But a lot bigger knack than the first one. Will it be enough to get him over the line and past Taka? Still a hard landing on that Best Trick landing there.
So is that going to be enough? An 84.66 in attempt number 1. He just had to clean it up a little bit right there. Taka's got that 85.33. That's got him in that bronze medal position for now with 2 riders left to go. So Luke Ackerman is going to get it done. He gets an 87 flat, so that'll net him a bronze medal. That means he's going to get his 2nd medal of the day, because with only 2 riders left to go, those guys are both ahead of him in the standings now. So Luke Ackerman adds another medal to the count here today. So can Josh Sheehan put something down to try to overtake Rob Adelberg here in his 2nd final attempt?
It's going to be pretty damn hard, and yeah, you don't want to be a spoiler, but I mean, Rob Adelberg's really stepped up today with a 110-foot flip. Sheeny's going to put on something good here, but yeah, Adelberg's really set the bar high for this one. He's got the levers up. That's a little different to normal. Oh, the humper. You have to dock in points there. Stealing my trick. Come on, Sheeny. I think just playing it safe.
Gonna have to pay you some royalties for that one?
Yeah, I'll hit him up later for that. But yeah, Sheeny obviously just playing it safe there. He knows with a 5-point deficit back to Adelberg, that's a high wall to climb if he's going to pass him. But well, there it is. Rob Adelberg, double gold. He becomes, what, the 4th rider in Moto X history to win freestyle and best trick at the same event, along with Mike Metzger, Travis Pastrana, Levi Sherwood.
And he also just tied Jared McNeil for all-time medals, XGames medals total, most decorated Australian athlete.
Let's see what we got for the victory lap. Will we see a goo now? Front flip, maybe? The one-hander, bit of a wave at the end.
Hey, at this point, why risk it?
Oh, there's no reason to risk it right now. 110-foot front flip earlier. He put a couple of years worth of on the line right there.
Yeah, I'm just talking about how crazy that was at real-time speed, just how he put the bars into his chest and how he rode that one out. I still don't know how he hung on to that one, but as you mentioned, back-to-back gold medals out here today, both in freestyle and best trick. What a day here for Rob Adelberg.
Yeah, especially that first one in freestyle when he come up short on the setup jump, was a little unsettled, just clicked 3rd and just absolutely pinned to that ramp and said, you know what, I'm going for it anyway. And that's yeah, that's the mentality of these freestyle guys out here. It's the most normal people would be conscious of their decision and say, oh, that's probably not going to work out. But then in that moment, that's what separates these guys from the rest, just to absolutely send it.
So Luke Ackerman walks out of here with best trick bronze. Josh Sheehan takes the silver, and your defending gold medalist, Rob Adelberg, makes it 2 in a row here in Moto X Best Trick.
Yeah, golds, there it is. No footer at the end. Even without the no footer, I think he would have been in the top spot right there, but a lot smoother, a lot better than he did earlier. All right, we're going to see what down. We're going to cross the victory.
Send it down to Victoria Arland, who's with our
Rob
winner.
Adelberg, you just became the 4th athlete to win both freestyle and best trick. Talk to me about that momentum going into this event.
Yeah, I knew coming in here I'd put in all the hard work, and I just had to put it together. Unfortunately, my freestyle run, I went nice and long on that 110, so I did another one in practice leading into best trick, and I felt good. And in that first run, it was rotating fine, but I waited till I could see the landing and then threw the feet off, and yeah, it felt really good.
Okay, it looked great too. And also, you just tied the Aussie record for most X Games medals. Talk to me about what that means to you.
That's sick, and I'm only getting started, so yeah, let's go.
All right, you heard it from him. He's only getting started. Let's go. Congratulations.
Yeah, what a day he's had. And again, I mean, just tied Jared McNeil for most decorated Australian athlete here at the X Games.
Yeah, and when you say he's just getting started, his first X Game was back in 2012 in LA, and I think we talked about it, he didn't medal until 2018. So he's been a solid, consistent performer, but really just come into his own since 2018. And since then, he's been, I wouldn't say dominant, but been on the podium of pretty much every event he's entered. And to top off today with double golds, that's insane.
A big day for him, and that now makes 15 total X Games medals for Rob Adelberg. So it's another one in the books. It's unfortunate that we didn't see Jackson Strong in the lineup here today after a crash in freestyle. We wish him a speedy recovery. But at the end of the day, what a performance there by Luke Ackerman, Josh Sheehan, and it's Rob Adelberg who walks out of here making it 2 Best Trick gold medals in a row. That is a wrap here from Moto X Best Trick. I'm Jimmy Coleman on behalf of myself, Blake Williams, and Victoria Arlen. We thank you for watching.